It's Friday night, it's late, we're live with some Valhalla. Let's hop across to this screen here. Howdy. It'll be a hot minute before people filter in, but welcome, as always, to a nice chill evening, playing some Valhalla and seeing what happens. Plenty to see, I'm sure. Let's just have a bit of something a little higher energy to drink and get my brain booted and running straight, and that will be good to go. Oh, why am I buzzing? Cool. Right. Well then. Let's jump across and pick up where we left off, shall we? Across to the live scene. And get started. Oh. A really itchy nose this evening. Let's load up where we left off. I believe it's in the final slot. No dogs inside. Let's stick with the playlist from last time. Yeah, I remember. I had some decent bops lined up. Some high energy mix. Okay, Alma's back. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to remember what drinks Alma enjoyed. Honestly, it's been way too long since we've seen Alma. No headphones, don't get caught. What's going on? Right. She didn't drink Moonblasts, did she? No. I didn't see that. Because, well, I'm pretty sure it had aldehyde in it, whatever it was. Maybe it was Brantini? That would make sense. Sweet, classy, and I mean, it's a hedged bet, I suppose. Because it is both classy and the thing that I seem to remember her liking. Aged and mixed. Aww. Okay, I did remember well. Okay, cool. Almost panicked there. I always forget how weirdly cringy this game is, but not in like a way that actually I should probably get my stream preview up over here so that I can get an idea of levels, because I may be being blasted out by Valhalla's music. To be fair, I probably could have just not been live at all and not even realised the amount of trouble I've had with Valhalla recently. Not with Valhalla. With Streamlabs. Let's dip the volume a touch. There we go. That's a bit more background level-y. Perfect. Okay. Back to the weird cringe vibes of Valhalla. Okay. It's hard to find words sometimes with this game. Do forget about that. Aww. Wait, when she was... Okay, 21. Cool. Aww. I mean... Brentini go. I'm not sure about that. That does sound like a granddad joke to make. Oh yeah, because Elma's the hacker, right? I'd almost forgotten about that. It's been way too long since we saw her. Excuse me, jukebox. Are you... There we go. That's a bit more like it. Alrighty then. Just dump it all on me. What we got? What we got to worry about? Nothing. Okay. Ugh. Get that bread, chief. Just check something real quick, because I remember recently seeing a guide for the keyboard shortcuts. Here we go. QWE, RT, AS. Okay, there's QWERT and then AS. And then shift to remove ingredients. Sweet. Okay. This was a thing I didn't even realise until this deep into the game, so... And that was only because a guide came up on Steam at one point. Aww. An old mum and pop store. Or restaurant, I suppose. Wait, cafe? Oh, it was a shop. I don't know where I got restaurant from. That's just how I'm sat. little more comfy. I can't get comfy. Ah. There we go. Shit. Fuck. Ah. Fuck. There's too much going on. Awesome. Right. Resetting brain. Getting back into Valhalla. Yikes. Okay, so the husband's abusive. I couldn't tell from context clues which of them it was that was abusive. But now I know. Wow, what a pair of names. Bernardo and Eva. Oh. What was that supposed to say? Right. It's really gone. What's the deal with these kids? Uncomfy. Pure uncomfy. Yeesh. Okay. For some reason, and I'll give you this, before I came into playing Valhalla again, I had a completely different perception of what this game's morals were. But now that I'm back, the vibes are a bit funky. I'll give you that. They're definitely a little off. A little strange. I mean, you can. It's definitely an option. Should you? Probably not. Wow, what a way to cut that conversation off. Ah, I see you vented a bunch about how much you hate your sister to me, and the fact that she's dumped her kids on you for a few days. But look at them big old mummy milkers. Aww. Is this really where this conversation should have gone after that? I suppose it gets it lighter. Little bit of a lighter, fun vibe. I bet this is not gonna lie. This conversation so far, odd. Done joking around about bust size now. Let's get back to the bad vibes, abused sister who Alma hates. Cool. I mean, the entire last half of the conversation was about how she's not like her, but sure. Yeah. I mean, that's a reasonable stance to take. But also, like, I suppose everyone's personally responsible for themselves. Yeah. I don't know, this conversation so far has been very weird. No, you do make a good point. Like, to be fair, I know 100%. Yeah, I know 100% that while being worried that I will inevitably be terrible at doing the whole parent thing, I will wind up being terrible at doing the whole parenting thing, because it's just not something I will ever be good at by any stretch. Like, that's not skills that I have particularly. Maybe that'll change. Maybe I'll adjust to that someday, but nah, I just don't have the skill set or the alloy. Also, the other thing to bear in mind is, in this discussion, the context is that they've just talked about the fact that Alma's little sister went out with this guy for a couple of months. They got married, and then he abused her for multiple years. Which I think I don't think you get much say in how terrible your parenting is going to be in that situation. I think that the situation kind of overrides anything in that case. You could be the best potential parent in the world and still get completely fucked by a situation. Yep, exactly. But no. But Alma for some reason seems to think that her sister's bad parenting is entirely her fault. Just has a go at her for, like, going back to the partner and, like, sleeping around a bit, which, and not to get too deep, but, like, I've been in a kind of, like, yeah. Like, when there are those dynamics, it's not her choice to continue being around someone like that, probably. And not in a he made her get back with her kind of way, but in a when there is an abusive dynamic, that just screws with how your brain works completely. But also, I don't know that a bartender is really the best person to turn to for advice on that. Cold and alcoholic. Let's go. Well, first up, let's check the Brantini. I'm assuming that doesn't have ice. Nope. Moonblast. Rocks. Splendid. Car machine. Perfect. One, two, three, four, five, six. Another one of those. Another one of those. 4 of those. All on the rocks. Blend. Easy. I forgot to use the keyboards. So. Oh yeah, you vented to me now. Now it's Jill's turn to vent. Okay, avoiding the spill. Lean down here. Drop a can. Grab a fresh one. Somewhere here. Let's grab one of these. Ah, there we go. Awesome, got it. Rip it and rip it, baby. Right. like the legs the most. How did I know there was going to be a breast joke here somewhere? Chicken wings. From a spicy chicken. Dana just carrying around a bucket of spicy chicken wings. Okay, pre-cooked chicken. Can't complain about that. Sunday at 8. She left the bucket of chicken. Help ourselves. Damn, judgy. I don't know, I've got to say, whether someone has tattoos or piercings or not, it's never been a big factor. Like, I guess aesthetics kind of. I suppose it lends itself to the aesthetics. But I and it might just be because I don't mind them. I can't really understand why someone would on a person, but hey, that's just me being a filthy liberal. I'm not a liberal, please. Please, God, no. Sharply dressed males. A reasonable response to the mere concept of libs. Okay, yeah. Okay, so she likes men sharply dressed and a little muscle's fine. She likes a little buff and a little meaty and a little sharp. I might just be tired, but my brain does not process that statement. Yes. Okay. I thought that's where we were going. Sorry, my brain clearly not on today. Never on. Never works. Okay, Alma needs a drink that will relieve the spice. Clearly the answer is to go for a spicy drink. Let's go for something... Do we have anything milky? No. What do we have? Probably want to go for something... Ooh, maybe that'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4. All on the rocks. Mixed. But it doesn't taste nice is the main issue. Sunshine cloud. Okay, that's probably what we're going to do then. So we only need 2 of those, and then the rest is optional. Right. Wait, don't want that, but we do want plenty of that. Reset. Wait, I already mixed it. That's my issue. On the rocks and blended. Ugh. Oh well. Bit more energy drink, and my brain will eventually function. Okay. That was probably wrong. Yeah, light coloured hair. Uh-oh. This could go bad real fast. Right. Alice just mean. Just mean. Yep. Managed to leave that for like 10 minutes, but no, we're back to it. Okay. Uh-oh. I get the feeling Alma might be something to do with the old Alice Rabbit thing, but as though we didn't already know that kind of anyway. Perfect grades as a kid. Then went to college and screwed. Okay. kept up in college. That's good. Okay, so the ex was a student teacher, or a student teacher. Sugar rush. 2 aldehyde, 1 powdered delta, optional karma drain. Whoops, that's not the right one. And then... Nope, just mixed. Cool. Aww. The inevitable evolution of the cat cafe, the cat bar. Apparently so. It does seem like that, doesn't it? Oh well. Clearly she needs a drink to get through the rest of this story. How much did I put in? I genuinely don't remember. Oh well. I'll cope. Whoops. Yeah, five's a lot actually. I'm not used to making drinks for my player character. It's a weird dynamic. I'm used to just jacking the karma gene up, but nope. Why do I do that? I will never understand. Just gonna get wasted. Everyone should be wasted. That's just the facts of the matter. Clearly I've just internalized the fact that I'm here to bring the world salvation through just liters of alcohol in every drink. Brain. Here we go. I mean, that's a mood apart from I started slipping earlier. Ah, the big argument. Oof. Oof. I almost feel bad for them. Oh jeez. That's a rough spot to be stuck in. Jill just getting all fucking self-loathing again. Big beer. UWW. UWW. EE. And 8 T's. There we go. All mixed. Big beer for Jill. See, it's fine. It's fine. I can feed her as much alcohol as she wants. No worries. Not sure how to feel about the concept of the company that owns the bar issuing liver implants to their workers. That feels like a... as a world building detail, like, reasonable. But I feel like it's being like, ah, yes, this is a good thing. Yeah, if they can't get drunk, why would they drink? Or is it specifically so they can drink, but then... at least it keeps them working functionally. I mean, that's true. That's very true. Some spirits taste nice, but specifically not because of the spirits themselves. It's always the flavoured spirits taste nice for the flavoured bit, not the spirit bit. Let's say that much. Like, Midori. Midori is very nice. Beautiful melon liqueur. Would I rather have, like, a nice, sweet melon drink? Probably. But a nice, sweet melon drink won't get me blasted. Aww. Aww, that's kind of sweet. Everything did fail quite hard. Aww. Best of friends. Yeah, okay. Had a hair on my tongue. Turns out it was attached to my head. Surprise, surprise. Never gonna leave it too late again, are you? Huh? Not all exits are made equal. Jill's gonna be more open about everything to everyone. Hey, let's swap back. No longer have to get myself drunk. Almost closing time. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's not all parents are for. Parents aren't just there for you to dump things on. But also, chicken wings, chicken wings. I made a mistake. I did make a mistake. And I missed out on my flawless service bonus. Hey Holly, how's it going? I'm not doing bad. My brain is indeed titty hacker. No. I was saving that for Rad. Right. Guess we're back to square one with saving for Rad. Keep your friends close, but the titty hackers closer. Let's overwrite slot 1 again. We're having to loop our slots, because for some reason I refuse to overwrite anything unless I have to. Okay. So the Lilims are, I guess, being invited to join a hive mind. Nanomachine rejection has killed 80 people. So only. I could never. I mean, that's entirely why I do rotate saves. My brain cannot cope with the idea of me screwing up something horribly and irreparably. Thing is though, I rotate saves purely for that purpose. And then I'll make a mistake and I'll be like, guess this is my life now, and don't use the saves that I've been rotating for the sakes of going back and replaying a bit. Like, particularly on a stream game, where I'm clearly not going to... Yeah. Like, this is a stream game. I'm not going to go back and redo sections of it. There's not even choices, really. But, like, still rotating saves. It's a bad habit, I think. And it also is probably terrible for memory. But... Model Warrior Julianne. Returning February. Grand Slam Fighters. It's just about the fighting, well, the wrestling. Lost my train of thought for a second there. Alright, yeah, this was about the people getting real weirdly horny over weapons. Anyway, we can't afford anything from the shop anyway, so let's move on. New day. Evening. Aww. It's an improvement. Buying in drink. Which one was Jamie? Yeah. Which 5G shot did you get? Oh yeah, Jamie was the Kano guy. Ah, yep, same as me then. Which one did you get, Burger? I don't know what the prevalent, the common one is in the US. See, my response to the Pfizer one wasn't too bad. I had a bit of a headache and my arm was dead, but that wasn't too bad. Yet to have the second shot though. Aunt Monsanto. Moderna, that's the one. It's Moderna. Monsanto are the Agent Orange ones, aren't they? Yes, they are. That is fair. You do have a good point there. Yeah. And Roundup. Roundup's the other big thing. Roundup's Monsanto, isn't it? Yep. My main awareness of Monsanto are things surrounding their what's the word for it? I think it's Terminator seeds. Yeah, Terminator seeds. There we go. Imagine big capitalists deciding, hey, how about we just make some infertile seeds that people have to buy from us year on year? Yeah, exactly. God. Capitalism is such huge brain rot. Like, the sheer unadulterated greed of getting away with just selling plants to people for years and years and years and then deciding, but what if they couldn't just breed these plants themselves? What if they had to constantly buy new seeds from us? And to be fair, makes it way easier to hold a monopoly on a particular genetic line of seeds, which, hey, not sure how to feel about something organic being copyrighted. That seems a bit dodge. Like, yeah, clearly plants not sentient, so I guess it's not that bad, but yeah, Yeah, I mean that's the right way of putting it, I think. Agriculture, yeah. It's big money though. It's big money, and that's probably why it's turbo fucked. Mixed drinks, change lives. Let's go. Wee. Who are the? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. What was that? What was that they're saying about trickle down economics? About the money moving to the people that do the work? What? Why actually put any work in when you can sit at a desk all day being an executive and earn 300 times as much? Don't. Okay. Oh, it's a labyrinth joke. Okay. As you can see, brain. I don't have one, actually. That's the answer to that. Yeah, get a drink. One brandini. Where are we? Q. Unless... And one karma tree. Aged and mixed. What was my brain doing? Right. Ooh, cosplay. I know I've heard of Yik before. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I remember. Yes, it is. Hey. Are you ready for the awesome timeline where you get multiple remasters of it every year for eternity? the concept of yick. Very good. A fluffy dream. Three aldehyde, 3 powdered delta, aged and mixed. Let me quickly pull that up so that I can add it to my YouTube history and watch it later. If I could spell. God damn. Here we go. Got him. Perfect. Let's fix that. Sweet. There we go. Yep. I mixed it. I didn't forget to mix it. Oh yeah, and 80s R&B or the 70s R&B. Okay, well then. The vending machine tased the other guy. Awesome. I'm glad we have just a rogue vending machine. It's Dorothy. Spooky TV girl as well. And no signal. Awesome. I lucked out earlier working out, or guessing more accurately, what Alma's favourite drink was. What was Dorothy's favourite drink? I don't think it was a Moonblast. Maybe it was. Was it? Is it worth the risk to go for Moonblast? Let's go for it, I think. One powdered delta, one... Oh, no, that's the wrong button. No, that's Carmadrine. Just two, one of those. All on the rocks and blended. You make a good point. Not that I'll use it. Or do I play it safe and just make the sugar rush? Screw it. I'm 90% sure this is going to be a mistake, but What was it? Blended? Blended. Hey. I'll probably be on for a bit. Hope work's going well for you. My brain switched off for a second there. Let me recap what I just read. Fair. At this point, I've just got to a point where I switch off and my brain's just like, not gonna process all of the weird stuff surrounding the child prostitute robot. Yeah, might see you later. If not, see you soon. Aww. Dorothy is sweet, to be fair to her. I mean, even with the safety net of being backed up and all of that, like, it's not like every single human, and like obviously humans is a bit different because we know that people do die, it's a thing that does happen. Everyone is guaranteed to die at some point. But like, I don't know, I guess it's still like a thing that can happen. It's not completely impossible. So you would still have that worry, right? Makes sense. The same way that people get worried about dying in a plane crash or being struck by lightning. Or maybe developing a blood clot after getting a vaccine, which has astronomically small odds. The amount of people I've seen or spoken to in the last few days. Somehow, like, of the very few people I ever talk to, probably sub 30 people that I actually communicate with on a regular basis, like 2 of them are like, yeah, I don't want to get the vaccine because of blood clots. And it's like, pretty sure the others are like 0.00004% or something. Like, yeah, obviously, like, there's there's like the worries there, obviously. Like that, it's understandable, but the odds are so incredibly astronomically low. And I can, to be fair, I can kind of understand it a little more for some of the other people that, or actually both of the people that I speak to, because they're both on medication that makes them more prone to blood clots. I mean, sure, just the logical conclusion of capitalism is someday, Heisenberg style, just gonna wind up as corpses, just being marionetted to work for people after death. Get your souls stuffed back into you. What's the, I swear there was a game. I swear there was a game that had some kind of platform, or plot point, rather, about people getting their souls trapped to keep as workers. Yeah. Speaking of, after hosting, or like raiding, raiding Casey's stream the other day, I'm kind of tempted to check out Necromunda Hired Gun. That looks quite fun. I can't say I recognise their title, but it's entirely possible. I uninstalled Vermintide again recently, which isn't 40k, it's Warhammer Fantasy, but like, just Warhammer as a whole makes some pretty good games, or put out some pretty good games. Okay, that is an album by the Mechanisms. My brain is small, and I do need to listen to more of the Mechanisms, to be fair, yeah. Oh hell yeah. That's metal as hell. What's Darktide? Okay, it's just 40k Vermintide. That sounds fun. Do we know? Okay, that does sound very interesting. I'm interested by the fact it's more character creaty. Like having custom characters rather than like your stock, like the Vermintide characters. Don't y'all judge me. 40k, my brain's just like jamming words together at this point. My brain was like 40k, Vermintide, 40k, Tide, Storm. Slowly but surely, my brain will piece itself back together. But today is not that day. Sienna is the witch, right? The fire sorcerer-y type. Yeah. Yeah. See, I always played, I think it's Carillion, which I think just got a thing in Vermintide 2, like the new bonus class. Also, I love that Darktide currently just has a listed release date of 2021, and very little other details on its Steam store page. Really hope the options, like if they're going to do a character creation system for that, I hope the options are pretty solid. Because like, yeah, Sienna is a pretty cool character. But yeah, Darktide, I hope the character creator is pretty solid. I hope there's a lot of range. Because I'm not sure how interested I would be. Let's pull this up. I'm not sure how interested I would be. I feel like my interest would be limited if it winds up being, and I'm always kind of suspicious when it comes to 40k games, if it winds up being like, ah yes, there is one player race, and it is the humans. Humans, generally Space Marines or the Imperial Army. Is there a solid 40k game that, other than Dawn of War, obviously, that isn't just focused around Space Marines? Or the Imperials in general? Okay, fair enough. See, yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, for some reason, whenever it comes to like 40k properties, they really like to focus in on the Imperial Army. And I suppose it's kind of the same in Warhammer Fantasy as well. Like, even Vermintide is like humans and like one elf. And a dwarf, obviously. It's like they kind of cover their bases with the good races. But like, it's a shame. I think especially when you're like leaning into like a character creator thing, it'd be interesting to have something like, I mean, obviously Necrons I can understand them kind of steering clear of, because while not directly like an evil race, it's one of the races that get kind of thrown to that side. Like, who wouldn't want to play a Tyranid? a Tyranid with a crew of... Exactly. just 3 Necrons and a Tyranid fighting chaos. Oh, hell yeah. That'd be so fun. What's the point in playing a 40k game when they don't even let you warg? How are the big boys supposed to get their time in the sun? This is why, like, the only 40k games I've actually dedicated any time to are, like, Dawn of War. Because it lets me play as Eldar. Or, like... Eldar and, like, Space Orcs. And... Isn't Dawn of War 3, like, panned pretty hard? Ooh, mixed reviews. That's unfortunate. What's the deal? If you like Dawn of War and Dawn of War 2, you'll be disappointed by this. Yeah, like, actually I don't remember what parts of Dawn of War 2 I own. I'm pretty sure I have a chunk of it. Not Dark. Dawn of War 2. Okay, I have Retribution. I do have I've got the cool game. I've got Retribution. I've got all of this is just... It's so hard to keep track of stuff on the Steam store. Why do you make things so difficult? All of this stuff's on a big old sale at the moment, which is very tempting. No, I shouldn't be suckered in by this. No. Sales, please don't get me. No. Steam sales bad. I do need to reinstall and play the Dawn of War games. Like, it's been a hot minute. Like, outside of playing a little bit of StarCraft recently, it's been a hot minute since I played anything strategy-y. Even StarCraft I didn't play that much of. Like, I wanna sit down and properly get into the Dawn of War franchise again. It gives me something to do during my big empty days, which are inevitably coming up. No strategy, only wah. They're riffing on Asimov for some reason. It's sci-fi with AI in it, therefore there has to be a segment where they talk about the fact that Asimov's laws are holding back AI for some reason, like some kind of machine bible. God damn it. I'm gonna have to do it. Alright, let's have a look. What do I... Take me back. Show me the package info for this. Right. Because it's in my cart, it's showing everything instead of, like, as whether I own it or not, as just all being in my cart. Super helpful. Thank you, Steam. Why are you like this? I think... because everything I don't own is just Dawn of War 2. So now I just get Dawn of War 2 stuff. It does look like everything I don't own is just Dawn of War 2 stuff. It also looks like most of the stuff from Dawn of War 2 I also own. Big size. Yeah. Like, honestly, like, orcs are just kind of thrown in there. I don't want to say it's like a weird joke thing, because they definitely are present as a credible thing, but they never get... I don't know, I just let me consume more orc content. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Script, yeah. £13.74. Quickly doing some quick maths. Where are we? Don't mind me. This is totally still a Valhalla stream while I'm totally distracted. Okay. A book series from the perspective of the orcs, but also written entirely in the orcs, like, linguistic style, to the point that half of it is... half of it's barely readable. Wait, there's a better way to do this. Cat. Can't even spell calculator right now. What is up with me? 0.5 plus Hair's making me all goddamn itchy. Why do I have hair? This is illegal. Five point five point five point five. Nope. Oh, that one isn't right. That's 1.75 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 1.25 plus 0.5 plus 1.25 plus 1.25 plus 3.75. £14, which makes it marginally cheaper for me to get this Grandmaster collection than it does to buy them all separately. Fair enough. There we go. Like, so I get my hair caught in things all the time. Like, it definitely doesn't help that, behind the main counter I have at work, there is this awesome, like, cross-hatched, like, security gating in front of a window. But this security gating has little bolts on it that are capped, obviously, but my hair loves to get stuck on. It is the worst. My hair will just loop inside these little, like, very tightly pressed bolts. Oh, that's a mood. I'm pretty sure. Like, even when I ponytail mine back, I still have loose strands just being a pain. Thankfully, not that much, though. Not like a third. A third's too much. Where is mine at, anyway, at this point? I think it's like hip length in places. It's way too long. I haven't had it cut in like 6 years, 7 years, maybe. Way too long. I need to get it, like, styled, though. That's my issue. I need to actually go to a hairstylist and get it styled. Which ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Has yours just reached the point where it stops growing? I've never understood, like, because, like, some people will just, like, their hair will get to a certain length and then just stop. And, like, I don't get it. Like, I remember when I first started growing my hair back out again. That's fair. I can imagine that would probably help. What was... I can't remember. I have a brain that just fizzles out every 5 minutes. You didn't see that. God damn. Damn, just gotta be real dedicated to that hair game. No, I mean, I always remember, like, when I first started growing my hair out, like, the suggestion was, like, if you get it, like, the tips done regularly, it'll grow longer. I've never understood why that would make a difference, but I don't understand the hair mechanics. Hair mechanics make no sense to me. The systems are too convoluted. Who programmed hair? What nonsense is this? Yeah, like I've not even had the tips trimmed in the 7 years and gone from... Before I went to uni, I got it cut like proper short. Like not buzz cut, but like, you know, kind of little swishy, but like not even a fringe. I just have not had it touched a single time since. And it just kind of happened. So what we've learned is hair is just pure RNG and luck. Wait, that's the same thing. It's two things, and they're the same thing. Two layers of RNG. You have to get lucky twice? Exactly. You see, you've got either you've got the option of well, one layer is pure RNG, and then you get like a die roll with like plus luck to it, dependent on your luck stat. Or you can pay for the time saver microtransaction. But if you do that, it does flag your account with the estrogen flag, and suddenly the only gender option is female. It's unfortunate. Female or non-binary. It locks off. Although, no, because guys can have estrogen as well. You can be a guy and be... My brain just operating on 20 different layers. But like, I said a thing, and then... Yeah, exactly. Like, there's nothing stopping you being on estrogen, but also being a guy? Yeah, more guys on E. I'm pro this campaign. Oh. Oh, Dorothy. Probably. Probably. See, that's the thing that I hear as like a downside of Nope. Oh, jeez. Everything happening. How did... Huh. Oh, right, I think that story's already been referred to. Whoops. Oh, that was just a notepad. I'm spooking myself. Blue Fairy. Formaldehyde, 1 Flanaguide, optional Carmagine, aged and mixed. Perfect. Listen to those healthy space slaps. Shut up, Streamlabs. Bluish green. Right. Give me just one moment. I'll hop across to the BRB screen and I will be right back. I'll be in chat though, still. What a goddamn tune to come back on. Hey y'all, I am back. Bueno, bueno. Hope you're all doing well, and I wasn't gone too long. Where are we? Okay. Let's get myself neatened back up. There we go. Okay, Wheel Gucci. And that's also changed that song. We don't need that much energy. Not right now. Alright. Bluish green. Aww. I need energy drinks to live. I can't function without them. They fuel me. To be fair, outside of streams, I haven't been drinking as many energy drinks as I used to. Generally speaking, at this point now, peach iced tea will get me through the day. But for that stream energy, it's gotta be a fucking monster. But it's just like vibe energy. It's only pipeline punch. Actually, it's not even pipeline punch. It's just punch energy. Punch energy. Hell yeah. Also a lot of nice people walking in the streets. Madeira. I mean, to be fair, I have cold brewed an attempt to iced tea before. Wait, I might not even have cold brewed it. I might have no, that's right, yeah. So, a huge pot, filled it with basically tea bags. Heated, got it brewed, lovely. Iced it to cool it down. The missing thing, I think, was quite some measure of sugar, because iced tea is so goddamn sweet, for the most part. So I just had a litre and a half of just cold tea. Which wasn't bad, don't get me wrong. It could have been worse. I don't mind cold tea. But it definitely wasn't iced tea. Don't mind me. Being called British. How dare someone call me British? Rude. Oh, Sister Clementine. Oh, that does sound good. You should apologize. I'm not... I wouldn't say I'm... Okay. As someone who is a Brit from the South, I probably am more typically British as perceived by people from outside of the country. Maybe. I know. It's a sin that I can't atone for. Tragic, I know. Plus I've got an ever so slightly posh accent, so... I can, that's our word. That wasn't a joke I can make. I can't do that. Although I am British, so I guess I can. I'm reclaiming the word Brit. It's something I'm allowed to call myself. No, that's a bad joke. That's not funny. Someone silence me. I will never be able to atone for being from the South. I have Southern guilt. British. Oh, Dorothy. Bit British. Nothing wrong with a bit of British. But yeah, no, having a slightly posh accent is probably makes me sound more British than particularly when it comes to speaking about tea. It comes out a lot more. I find myself sounding more British when I'm talking about particularly British things. Or I find myself talking more posh when I talk about British stereotypy things. But I think that's because I play up into a stereotype. Yeah, I mean that's fair, I think. I mean, how to mediate this? So I think I think the British thing, I am fine with it, but that may primarily be because I mostly hear it from self-deprecating Brits, or at least in my interactions where I've heard it has been from self-deprecating Brits. I don't actually think I've ever heard an American, well, outside of like No, that's fair. No, I think I don't know if it's just the circles. Yeah. As of literally right now, I don't think I've ever seen Burger use British before. I don't think I've ever seen another American use it. I think the main places I've seen it have been stuff like iNabba, who is British, and other Brits using it in a self-deprecating way. But I think that might just be the way I've interacted with the phrase. I feel like, had I only ever seen Americans using it, that might be. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah. No, that's fair. And to be fair, I spend a tragic amount of time online, particularly on Twitter, which winds up going a bit like that. But I avoid most of the annoying Americans on Twitter. Somehow. Not sure how I do. I follow like 8 billion people. Ah, yes, that followers ratio of 2,849 following. To 351 follows. Eesh. Anyway. Yeah, it's just on. It just comes up on the app. It's. I spend too much time on Twitter. It's tragic. Anyway, need to not think about Twitter. Oh, trust me, I suck at Twitter. Ignore my tippity tapping. I'm like real bad at Twitter. Like 90% of what I put out is just re-blocking other people's stuff, not even quite retweeting. I'm more of like a what's the like a relay station, I suppose. I tend to just pass information forwards. I'm a news aggregator. At least on Twitter. Slowly hoping to edge my way towards I mean that is a good way to go about it. See, like the way I've divided Twitter is I have my main account. I have my main account, which is mostly following trans Twitter accounts, particularly British ones, to keep track of like news in that realm, and like friends. And I have that as my main account. I've also got a little side account, which literally exists for when I want to scrap with people with bad opinions. 0 followers, 0 following. its entire purpose is just there. A, for me to follow things outside of Twitter's algorithms, because I can't help but notice. I have noticed that Twitter likes to serve me very different. In fact, when you follow no one and are followed by no one, it recommends you the weirdest tweets. Like from tiny accounts. Like, for example, I regularly get recommended tweets from one account that has like 8 followers or something. It's very strange. Where are we? Okay, not 8 followers. 550 followers. It's like a reasonable amount, but... like, not an account I would ever think it would link me to, because it's like, the bio has stuff like, I like fishing and flying, and all of the views, opinions expressed are of my own, and do not represent the US Navy or the Department of Defense. And it's an American account. And like, that is not... I have not interacted with anything that should lean me towards that. Ignore my random noises while I function. Alrighty then. Dorothy was being overloaded with things. Get the feeling that Mega Christmas may wind up being a bit of a climax. Possibly. I can't imagine this game's much longer. Although, to be fair, there isn't actually that much content each day. Could go either way. Oh well. Cigars. Yes, see? I've got my cigars. Right. I say. Are we ready for a dose of enlightened centrism? Because I'd say normally heralds that kind of time. Who was Buster? I don't remember. I remember particularly of last week's stream, because last week's Friday stream was a little rough. Both for the mood I was in, the big bummer mood that the game was in. And also, just my memory is not good at the best of times. I do not remember who Buster is at all. I'm assuming I'm supposed to, maybe. Something cold. G. Grizzly. You got ice in? No. Aged. Blended. On the rocks. Cobalt velvet. So this is QQRRTTTTR. Okay, yeah, that's right. And then on the rocks and mix. Cobalt velvet. Easy. Easy peasy, baby. I didn't actually read that last message. Aww. On a personal level, I feel bad for Say sometimes, and then I remember that she just kinda lets some human trafficking happen, and then my brain just snaps back to being like, oh yeah, fuck this person. And no, actually. Not super chill with someone who just let human trafficking happen without reporting it. But if you sell out a cop to a cop... Nope. This game is going to try and infect me with its weird enlightened centrism. If a cop sells out a cop, are they still a... Yes, they are still a cop. What? No. What is... Tiny brain. Aww. Say, stop being nice, because... Garbo. Like, it really tries to portray Say as a victim of circumstance. Yeah, like, it really tries to, like, show her as this victim of circumstance who, oh, she wanted to do the right thing, but how are you supposed to report a corrupt person in a system that is corrupt? If you report the human traffickers to the higher-ups, what if they're corrupt? There's no way you can do anything about it. And then it's like, hey, how about you quit and try and do something from the outside? Like, it's not like it would be hard to get that story in the news. In fact, you were actively aware of a hacker group that wanted to release information about the fact they were doing stuff like that. It's not like the cops are even a state service in this game. The cops are just some militia. Yeah, well, that's like the thing. Like, it's not hard for, even from the inside, for you to spill, or for you to quit and spill. I would recommend that one. Because weirdly, I don't know why you would choose to be part of a corrupt organisation. Yeah, exactly. If only there was some big time news guy who owned, like, say, some kind of media network. Who regularly visits the same bar. Or maybe your best friend happened to have a lot of money and be fairly well connected. Maybe they could help you with keeping you safe after you spill the beans on the corrupt human trafficking cops. Like, it's not like spilling the beans was not an option, per se. It's not like she literally had no choices. And, like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. In certain circumstances, doing what you need to do to survive under circumstances of what is essentially wage slavery, needing to work to exist, I can understand someone trying to make that point of she wanted to do it, but she couldn't, there just wasn't an option, she wouldn't survive if she didn't have her job, blah 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 blah. But also, there are other jobs. Don't be like, she has no choice to be a corrupt cop because how would she live without it? But also, everyone else has other jobs that are fine. Yeah. There are options here. You can be a corrupt, shitty cop. Or a good apple that doesn't report the bad apples. Or you can just not be a cop. Yeah. Gotta join the thin bread line. Join the brave profession of pizza delivery, which is more dangerous than being a cop. Never actually snopesed that fact, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Anyway. Yeah. Like, and, like, Abby Thorne did a video last November, I think, on jobs, and particularly, like, hero jobs and and bullshit jobs. And the way that, weirdly, like, particularly during the pandemic, valorizing certain jobs is used as a means of control, comes up at one point, which is like, yeah. And like, the jobs which are given those sort of hero job statuses and what jobs aren't dictate a lot of how things are perceived. But also, like, just pay workers better, actually. People should just pay workers better. Like, only tangentially related. So people should just pay workers better. You know what? Hot take, I know, but maybe people shouldn't have to work multiple jobs in order to live, actually. Exactly. Like, because the NHS are perceived as like this hero job, somehow they can get away with being like, you can't quit that job. That's you should go into it. Everyone should go into it and work really hard to get there, and then earn basically nothing. And work ridiculous hours. But we won't pay you very well. We'll barely pay you. And even in the middle of an incredibly traumatic, say, global pandemic, we'll give you like a 1.2% pay rise, if that, maybe, if you're lucky, if you behave. It's like, what? No. Especially when you, happened this year just gone, where they were like, yeah, the nurses get a tiny pay rise, but, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Like, I think there's something referenced in particular that's words to the effect of like, modern technic would allow for a position where people just work 4 hours a day. And you can still cover everything that needs to be done. But, ugh. Yeah, no. Like, ugh. And I think even worse than just all that time being wasted doing nothing, all that time, I think it was, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, all of that time that is wasted isn't just wasted, it doesn't go nowhere, it's actively harmful. Like, you're still consuming resources during that time. And there's a net negative to the waste created by the system we live in, of like human time and energy. Yeah. Like, that, I think that's exactly the figures that were coming up, and it's like, but no, everyone should work a 40-hour work week in at least one job. And maybe then they can afford to rent a building that they'll never own, they'll never have a real stake in. They'll just be allowed to live under a roof for a bit and eat, maybe. Well, that is in the how many hours are there in a week? 168. So the other 128 hours, most of which you'll spend sleeping. Let's say 128 minus, let's say you get 7 hours sleep a night. Let's be generous and say you have a healthy amount of sleep and say you get 8 hours sleep a night. That's 72 hours left in the week. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like, the system we exist within is so incredibly wasteful. Like, of resources, of human time and energy. And it's so weird trying to explain that to people that don't already believe in it. Because for my brain, I just can't understand how someone can be so wholly invested in a system that actively punishes the people within it. To the extent that they would never consider anything else. Like, it drives me up the wall. I do not understand. Sweet. I am very intelligent. But, like, yeah, exactly. Like, the efficiency of that is like, obviously, if you overwork people, they're not going to want to work as much. They're going to be less efficient during that time. No duh. If you force less work but have the option to do more, people are going to want to put in that extra time. Like, my least favorite argument is the idea that but there will be some people out there who like don't participate in the system and just benefit from all of the stuff that they get just by default. And that's like, and the issue with that is, if they are either incapable or not willing to work at the time, what's the problem with that? They're not any less worthy of getting to live a life. Yeah, exactly. Like, with people being able to pursue things that they're interested in, it makes a world of difference. Like, words escape me sometimes. But yeah, like, you will get more efficiency from the people doing their jobs because A, their morale will be better. Because they aren't burnt out on having to work 40 hours a week, plus overtime, plus whatever else. And people will be more encouraged to pursue things they're interested in. And particularly with like a... Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. Like... outside of forcing people to constantly try and, like, prove their usefulness through arbitrary work. What's the words I'm looking for here? Like, give someone time to pursue something they're interested and capable of doing. Interested in and capable of doing, rather. You'll get some really fascinating stuff. Like, someone who might not be able to, like, go out and work, like, stacking shelves or something, will still be able to contribute something like really interesting passion projects, be it music, like programming, like video essays, informational program, or like informational like journalism, anything like that. Like, just because they're not working a job all of the goddamn time, 40 hours a week, it doesn't mean that people aren't contributing. Like, I don't get the perception that somehow, if you're not working 40 hours a week stacking shelves, you're not contributing. And, like, my job, with what I do, like, I don't earn that much. I really don't earn that much from my job. But it very much falls under more of that kind of passion route. Because, like, with what I do, like, it's a job that is interesting and fairly fun. Yeah, there are people that care about literally everything. Like, I would have considered stuff like I used to have a friend that was really super into planes. Like, and not like aerospace engineering or like anything like that. Like airport work. Like, people are interested in literally anything. Like, my granddad, really into mechanics. He used to work for Ford when he was younger. But like, still, even in his age. And it's like, yeah. And like, exactly. Like, give people time to follow up on something that they are interested in and enjoy, and they will literally achieve the weirdest stuff. And like, not bad weird, just culturally significant weird. Tear it all down, that's what I say. I don't know what it is with me and always trying to like pseudo-mask any real opinions I have under this thin veil of faked irony. I don't... It's all about the memes. No, it's not. But fucking... Ugh, I get so tired of the state of play these days. Yeah, like people are interested in things. Like, your memes end here. Like, there are plenty of jobs I wouldn't mind doing. Like, 4 hours a day, 4 days a week, stacking shelves. You'd get more people volunteering to do things. For like, less pay. I in the absence of the dismantling of capitalism, just give us UBI. Please give us UBI. UBI will do for now. Okay, to say I don't see a complete overhaul of capitalism within my lifetime isn't strictly accurate. I could reckon with it happening, but I don't see it as being super likely without a major change, especially with the way things are weirdly kind of backsliding towards more economically right and socially conservative views. Which continues to completely blast my mind because I've always got this weird perception of younger people always progressively being more socially progressive and economically left, and older people being socially conservative and economically right, which isn't accurate. I'm 100% sure. I'm 90% sure my perception of that comes from just personal anecdote or observation, and like the circles I move in tend to lean that way because that's the way I lean. But like, I just find it hard. Why is everything difficult? What can you do? But like, yeah. Yeah. I don't understand how we're seeing, and I reckon it's also not aided by the fact that, particularly in the UK, probably in the US as well, in a lot of the countries that we're seeing this weird backslide in, we're seeing lean towards more aging populations. That's the other thing. Yeah. Like, the right are getting very good at recruitment in a way I feel like the left struggles with. And like, don't get me wrong, the left has some good memes. Yeah, exactly. Just stop anyone above the age of 50 voting, if you ask me. It's not like they're going to live long enough to see the effects of their votes. Kidding. In Minecraft, brackets not serious. FBI, if you're watching, I'm talking about Minecraft. But like, yeah. It is. Like... See, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, infighting on the left is scaring people away from the left, because I don't think that's enough of an issue that the last of the liberals are being pushed to the conservative right by the madness of the left, which is complete nonsense. But the right are real good at recruiting. Like, I will admit, I will go on the record here, at one point in my life, around the time that I was never fash, but there was a time where I consumed things like, and it was around Gamergate as well, the worst time, but like I was consuming things like Thunderfoot, like thankfully not Sargon, but that kind of circle, and I could very easily have just continued sliding down that awful pipeline to the right. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's this weird... Like, yeah, I think that's the thing though. I think a part of that, especially for people that were online in that sort of time, it was the skeptic movement, which seemed very reasonable, and was like this cool, awesome, like, these people are reasonable, intellectual types, that it turned out weren't just cool, intellectual people, but rather real shitbags. Because, like, you sort of went from this, these people, like, post science content, or they do essays on, like, stuff like this, and, like, they believe in rational thought, and they believe in experimentation and seeing things through evidence, blah 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 blah, and then at some point there's this weird slide where it's like, we believe in evidence, and the evidence says this really racist thing. Yeah, that's... I was probably very close to that, like, that incel slide. Like, thankfully I got my head on straight. Or mostly straight. A little bit straight. Clearly I'm not a functional person at this point. But, like, I would have wound up going down, like, that weird, like... And thankfully I always thought that Reddit was really... Reddit? Out of 4chan and Reddit would have been better to go on, but I always saw both of them as being, like, weirdly racist and sexist. So I was like, I never went that extra step towards those, which would have almost definitely led me down the incel pathway. Exactly. Like, that's pretty good. I think, in part, I'm kind of grey ace, like probably demisexual. So it's like, yeah, no, I can see how the way Reddit is structured almost definitely leans itself towards that. Like, I kind of casually use a tiny bit of Reddit at this point, and you do see a bit of bleed through between communities. But like, on the one hand, you've got Poll, which is, but on the other hand, you have like Tra, which is very much not that. I mean, don't get me wrong, trans Reddit is still a little iffy for me. I don't find myself hanging there that much. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, I follow a few subreddits. I have the Reddit app on my phone. Like, occasionally I'll check them. The LGBT subreddits, very good. Have some very good memes in. Like, I think it's actual lesbians and LGBT, like Tra, etc., etc. Brilliant. Like, really, really chill. And then you go to any of the major meme subreddits, and it's like, no thank you. Actually, I do not want to be on this area of the site. That's a bad place to be, actually. I'm going to shrivel into the corner with my tiny community, thank you. Let's actually... What subreddits do I follow? Is a good question. My profile. Can I don't even know if I can... Here we go. Yeah, accidental ally, actual lesbians, rainbow, like, all the left. Green and pleasant. Green and Pleasant is a very good subreddit for the UK left. So if y'all have never checked out r/Green and Pleasant, I can kind of recommend it. There's some good stuff on there. Like, obviously, I'm Sorry John, which I don't know their stance on anything political. I just like the lasagna cat. LGBT Studies is a really good subreddit for research around LGBTQIA plus issues, like queer issues. So that's a good one to check out occasionally. And then like r/Medsexual, r/Sappho and a friend, Tra, and stuff like that. And then like there's a couple of RPG subreddits in there as well, which I don't tend to actually check that much because I'm sure there's probably a bunch of just garbo in there. I always find a lot of online TTRPG communities tend to be half D&D's for the gays types, where it's like, we've got on this side of the line queer tabletop players, and on this side of the line incelly TTRPG players. There's like a thin in between, probably. Thin in between that's just Greg, the guy from the local 7-Eleven, who plays a orc paladin on the weekends. Give me 1 second. There we go. Problem solved. Let's chill. Let's chill. Big mood. Big mood, big mood. Too ripped for dresses. I mean, to be fair, goddamn, Rasputin by OEM wouldn't be out of place on this soundtrack, and I would very much be down for it. When I think of good video game soundtracks, one of the songs that comes to mind is nope, I've lost it. Brain too small. Thought gone. Head empty. No thoughts. Game. I do find it a little odd that this game does spend as much time as it possibly can trying to take the next exit to talk about bust size. And we're back to boob talk, because of course we are. Welcome to Valhalla. I mean, they are referred to as drills. That's not just that they look like them. They are referred to as drills. Say. Yeah. Like, the dissonance. The distance. My brain. My brain. I guess everyone has their own hang-ups, I suppose. There it is. This, something non-alcoholic. Where are we? Yep, that's fine. That'll do. Oh no, that's got a car machine in it. Why did... Car machine. That'll do. Bleeding Jane. Nope, that's not right. One of those, three of those. One of those, three of those. So that's 2 Bronsons, 6 powdered, 6 flanners, all blended. Like, one of the things I struggle to cope with this game is it just takes, at any given moment, just, if it spots an opportunity to just swing into boob talk for some reason, it'll go for it. I'm not sure, personally, as someone who's never bartended, although I was kind of interested in, like, waiting and bartending, and then I realised, actually, that's probably the worst job in the goddamn world. Not sure how common conversations about bust size are, but this game goes for it, like, twice a day. Exactly. It's spot on. I can't be trusted to have things in my hands, otherwise I would just drop them. God damn. Why am I like this? Like, that is absolutely an issue, to be fair. Wait, what? Yeah, I mean, that's a non-partisan issue, that alcohol addiction is an issue. To be fair, actually. That is weirdly partisan. Why is basic human existence some kind of weird partisan issue that somehow gets argued against? I don't know how everything somehow becomes political. I don't know how mask wearing became political. Actually, no, I take that back. Everything is inherently political. I have a lot of... My brain doesn't work. Everything is inherently political. But I don't know how some people approach things in the way they do. Like, no. Everything is inherently political in its own way, but some positions are just unjustifiable, but are somehow held to by way too many people. Hey, say. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what she's going to do with her life. What a shame. Now that the Corrupto cops are gone. Now they've been disbanded because someone actually exposed what they were doing. Yeah. Yeah. The system of capital makes everything. No, that's not even true. Even outside of the system of capital, things are political. But the system of capital definitely politicizes things that shouldn't be as political as they are. I probably ought to release Base of the Titans from the playlist. I skip it every time it comes on. Okay. Wait a second. I'm sure this has probably come up before and I've just discarded it from my brain. The corrupt mega cops. Not the same as the cops? Saw the commentary that it seemed to be making about the White Knights as cops who were corrupt also put behind this thin veneer of, but they're not actually cops though. These are just our mega cops. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I don't know, could you True. Could you argue that science on I suppose because there's always going to be personal bias. No, yeah, science is inherently political, I guess. But without the interest of capital swaying things, then everything's down to personal bias. But then if you're a scientist who just wants to push a certain agenda, you just make the science follow what you want. I'm brain tiny. Brain can't cope. I'll never be able to competently state any real opinion because my brain just doesn't. My brain... Everything I always say is ironic. There we go. I can't have opinions and you can't judge me for them. You make a good point. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It is politics all the way down, really. I just... But at least... no. Yeah. There's no avoiding it. Science is inherently political. There's no way to, like, enforce perfect science. Perfect, unbiased, and non-political science. Remember fucking Richard Dawkins? And how he went from this is just a tangent, because my brain was just like thinking about the skeptics point from earlier. How he was like this amazing skeptic and scientist who was all about empirical evidence and stuff like that. And now he's just a weird, old, crazy fucko. Oh no. Oh no, don't let me in with the centrists. I'm not centrist, I scream. Shrinking into the corner and turning into a corn cob. You are right. I do agree with you there. Everything is inherently political, and that's unavoidable. But ultimately, things need to be shifted in a direction that benefits empathy and compassion? Like, benefits the human condition rather than the interests of capital. That light going out means it's 2 AM. Ooh, baby! Let's turn that light back on. The one time I actually notice. Well, that's actually at the core of my new political philosophy. Ab- ab- burgerism. You see, everything needs to be shifted to the personal benefit of the bourgeoisie. At the expense of the prolet everyone. This is true. You make a good point. You do make a good point. But no. See, this is a lot of the issue I have with, and it's the Animal Farm angle of, aha, yes, communism sounds good, but also inevitably the people at the top will twist systems to benefit themselves permanently or personally. You know what? Fucking, at this point, gameplay's taking a bit of a backseat. But like, yeah, no, how is anyone supposed to do? How is anyone supposed to do politics? See, the thing is, though, the only way to do... Okay. The only way to really manage that would be to operate through a dictatorship of the proletariat, but then the question is how you manage that system. How do you make sure that you, in an unbiased fashion, always measure the will of the people? But there will always be a way. Because... Yeah, exactly. I'd know. Direct democracy is theoretically the best option within a system that removes the effects of capital, obviously, because inevitably votes can be bought. That's just how capital works. Like, ideally, direct democracy. Remove... And, like, it'll... There's no way to do perfect politics. You're right. But... It's all about... Yeah... How is anyone supposed to balance anything like that? Like... But then... my, like, instinctive way to be like, aha, I don't have the answers. I don't need to have the answers. Is like just that weird centrist impulse of being like, aha, I don't have to do a thing. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, so you put forward yeah, that's I suppose that's quite a good way that system would definitely manage things a lot better than a larger organised... Let's face it, abolition of the state is probably a good place to start. Like, no. I don't know. I think there needs to be some drastic change, and I think definitely local level systems are significantly more geared to dealing with things. Once you start trying to involve things on a national scale, they're more prone to being screwed with, because obviously the area of, like, the impact of that becomes significantly larger. Like, when you have multiple distinct associations on a smaller scale, the impact of interfering with any individual system becomes less impactful. I don't know. Like, there's always going to be people trying to screw with things, though. That's what I... Well, yeah. Plus, it means that individual localities can actually gear what they need towards themselves, rather than having, for example, Scotland, which is a very different country, basically completely controlled by the UK Parliament, which you can see the effects of how that goes, weirdly. But even, obviously that's weird, conflating small local systems with countries, which isn't the same. Exactly. Up the nip. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. I'm always interested to, like, hear out other, like, not other necessarily, but different perspectives on systems, because I don't know. I personally still am searching for a system that I think would function to serve everyone better. Like, I am a babby politic. I do not have a completely cohesive, like, I cannot like pin down the perfect system, or close to perfect system, as to how I see things working out. Like, all I know is, like, at the very core of everything, what I know is that change is needed. Like, clearly what we have now isn't working. Oh, baby. Hello. Where are we? Where are we? It's a boy. It's a boy. Hey. Fuck yeah. It's our time. How badly? Oh, that's very badly interfering. Let's jump him over there. Something strong for Mr. Detective. Crevice spike? No. I want something high in Karmatrine and manly. Okay. Okay, I can vibe with that. Having, like, small local direct democracies, and then requiring unanimous decisions on any issues that affect wider communities. That is solid, actually. Wait, no. On less of those. And Karmatrine. On less of those. All on the rocks. And mix. Lord Lance Lavender. Canyavania. Let me just... need to preserve this one. Where are we? Kanye. Perfect. Ah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Cobalt velvet. QQR. Oh no, not R. Oh, yeah, it is R. And TTTT D A and mix. Aww. Oh, it has a sad backstory. Does it say, was say the Crimson Rose? Maybe. Who knows? Aww. Exactly. Didn't make any mistakes this time, thank goodness. Merry Mega Christmas. Let us celebrate Santa's resurrection as the Mega Santa that saved Christmas from the Redmonds. the latest? Is it sexist to have an army of robot women? The King of the West, Kanye, from the western nation of Kanyavania, has approximately 6,000 robot soldiers, all of whom look like the hottest girls around. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if by 2069 Kanye was a dictator with an army of robot women, but also this feels like a little bit of a stretch. Fair enough. Fair enough. But I think that is probably wind down time, as my brain is shutting down. Ah. Thanks for hanging, everyone. It's been real chill. Yeah. Hopefully I'll do another stream soon. Pretty sure I skipped most of my streams last weekend, because I just was not with it. But who knows, I might be replacing Bloodborne in the usual weekend slots with something else, as Bloodborne's been a little rough on me recently, unfortunately. I don't know why I've been struggling with it so much. But with that said, yeah, thanks for hanging. I'll raid a channel, why not? Who is online? Do we have... Sure, let's raid over there. But yeah. Have a good rest of yours evenings, or nights, or I guess mornings if there's anyone up early. Don't know how many people are still watching at this point. But yeah, enjoy that deep dive. And I will see y'all next time, hopefully. See ya.